Hello, Facebook Live. It's another day of the 30-day life challenge, and today we are speaking about the topic of the challenge is the gateway to the miracle. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and let's just dive right in. So, what do I mean when I say the challenge is the gateway to the miracle? Well, one of the things that I have seen over and over and over again in my life is that when I ask for something, when I want to manifest something, when I ask for something big to happen for me, I usually am faced with a challenge before the good thing happens. And so why is that? You might wonder. Well, usually when we want something in our lives, we always see it from the viewpoint of only seeing the good about it, of only seeing the side about it that we desire, the fun stuff, the joy, the pleasure of it. But everything always has two sides. There's duality in everything. So there might be a lot of fun and joy and pleasure in the thing that you desire, but there's another side to it that might require you to hold a lot of responsibility or ability to hold a lot of emotions or be very visible or whatever it is that you desire, that then brings you a challenge, that then represents a challenge. And so what happens when we ask for something great is that the universe says, okay, cool, you can have that. And I want to make sure that when you get it, you can handle it. So here's a challenge. Let's see if you can deal with that. And if you can handle that, I can send you the thing. To make sure that we can actually receive our desire and we can keep it. So that we're not getting it and then we lose it right away, because that's not the sense of things, right? And so then we are often seeing ourselves faced with a challenge, and then we go all, that's not fair. I asked for something great and now I'm getting a challenge, when we're not aware of what's really happening. And depending on how we navigate ourselves through that challenge, that then defines if we're getting what we desire or not. If we can keep our ground, if we don't lose it, if we can stay stable and we can navigate ourselves through the challenge, we have the capacity to receive our desire. And that's when the miracle happens. That's when we get everything we wanted. And so this is really something that has a lot to do with nervous system capacity. That is a lot connected to our ability to regulate our nervous system and how much charge, energetic charge, we can handle in the body. Because all of these challenging things are deeply connected to emotions and triggers and energetic charge in the body. And so if we have a low capacity of holding energetic charge, of holding emotions in the body, we might not be able to receive the big things we desire yet. For example, if you want to have €1 million or dollars, but you struggle saying no when one of your family members asks you for money, although you want to say no, and they ask you only, I don't know, to lend them €50 or something, you want to say no, and that's a real struggle for you and you don't manage to do that. Can you imagine what it's going to be like when you have $1 million and everybody will want to have a piece of that? Well, that's going to be really hard. So until you have developed the nervous system capacity and the emotional maturity and the emotional ability to navigate your feelings, to actually be clear and hold these triggers and hold these experiences, it's better the universe doesn't send you what you want. It doesn't send you the $1 million, because it'd be gone pretty quickly if you can't say no. You give it all away because you wouldn't be able to say no. So it's better the universe sends you some challenges to grow your capacity and then sends you that million when you're ready to hold it. And that's actually what the challenges are for. Yes, they're tests to see if we have the capacity already, but not only that, they are also a chance for us to grow our capacity and to expand into the capacity we need to receive our desire. And that's actually the cool thing about it. These challenges that we're being given when we ask for something great are exactly what we need to grow into being that person that can receive that desire. And so there's a lot of room for us to play with that and actually utilize that and enjoy the process. And if once the challenge is a bit too big and you collapse, well, that's okay. Try again, grow your capacity, work on your inner strength, work on your emotional maturity and your ability to handle emotions and navigate your feelings and healthily process them. And then try again, because your capacity grows every day if you're doing the work. And there will be a day where you will handle the challenge like, bam, I got this. And the universe will be like, yes, you do. And here's your fun stuff. All your dreams coming true. So don't get demotivated if it goes wrong. It's okay. You just grow your capacity and you'll try again. And eventually you'll get it. And honestly, for me, it has been one of those things with this 30-day life challenge. So I was really serious about showing up a lot more, being a lot more visible, speaking up a lot more, expressing my voice a lot more. I just wanted to get myself out into the world a lot more and bring my message out a lot more. And so I decided to do that 30-day life challenge myself because, make it easy for the universe, give yourself your own challenge kind of thing. And thought I'll do that 30-day life challenge and I'll practice my speaking skills. I practice being out there with you and speaking and just making myself a lot more visible and showing up a lot more because it's every day, right? So I went ahead and I started it, and literally I started it, and a day or two after, I started getting super sick. So first that. And then the first 6, 7, 8 days of the 30-day life challenge, when you go back and you watch them, I am that sick. I had 39 degrees fever in the morning, got worse throughout the day for a week straight. I was in a horrible state in a lot of those videos. I'm completely destroyed. But I pulled through, except for that one day where I was in a fever coma all day. But yeah, well, when I was actually able to show up and speak and I was not in a coma, I did. And so that was already really challenging. And then after that, after I recovered, I am literally since 2 weeks having the busiest, messiest time of the year. Completely unexpected. My calendar got full and stuffed and things happened that needed my attention and energy and time, and all completely unexpected. And out of nowhere, I have a full calendar. I am moving from one thing to the next. My days are crazy long. And I'm like, oh, and on top of that, I have to show up every day. And I'm not yet used to showing up every day. And I'm not yet used to speaking live online every day. Not just creating some content and posting it, but being here, speaking to you, everyday life. It is still something that I need to grow my nervous system into. It's still challenging and taking some energy because I was not used to that before. And so I am having stuffed full long days. That's why I'm showing up often pretty late on here, because there's literally no time in my day to show up during the day. And then I go through the day, it's full, I'm tired in the evening. I'm really there's a part of me that would just like to just not come on here, just go to sleep. And there's another part of me that is fully dedicated to pulling through this and saying, okay, I gave myself a challenge and the universe made the level rise a bit because it thought it was a bit too easy what I put myself as a challenge. So the universe went ahead and made it extra challenging by making my life super busy at the moment and super stuffed of things at the moment. But I am so committed to growing my capacity, and I am so committed to going through this and making this work. And there's nothing that can keep me from doing that. Because I wanted this, I'm doing it, and I'm ready to grow my capacity, and I'm dedicated to pulling through, no matter what. And so it's really challenging, yeah. It's really, really challenging. Literally, there are some days where I'm like, oh, I wish I could just sleep. I have to speak now, and not just speak, but like, I don't just want to come on here and talk about nonsense. I want to give you something of value. And so I have to prepare myself also. Sometimes I didn't have time during the day to even think of a topic, so I have to sit down, I have to prepare myself, think of a topic I could speak on that would actually bring you value. And then I come live here, and then I deliver that speech and that talk to you. And it's just some days, especially when it's very late, like today, there's a part of me that's like, I would just like to go to sleep. This has been a crazy long day. I've been doing nothing but working this and that all day long. It would be so easy just to go to bed. And I'm literally doing these lives from bed sometimes because I'm actually sitting in my bed right now. You can't see it. There's the pillow. Because it's late and I'm tired. And right after that, I'm going to go to sleep. But I'm not skipping. Like, this is the challenge. I asked for growing myself. And so I was given the chance to do that, with that challenge. Not just do coming live for 30 days in a row, but doing it under the most difficult circumstances. Continuously showing up every day. Under the most challenging circumstances. The truth is, if I go through this and I pull through this, I come out on the other side and I know I can show up under any circumstance, because if I manage to show up every day like that, under these circumstances, with 30 degrees or more fever, with the craziest, fullest days, so that sometimes I don't even have time to come on here before 11 p.m. If I manage to do that, well, I think showing up in my normal routine, relaxed daily life will not be much of an issue anymore. And that's the miracle we get. We come out on the other side, and sometimes it's things that happen for us that really is stuff in the outside world that happens. And that's great because we're ready for it. We're ready to receive it. So you get that, I don't know, the dream job or the raise or the money or the client you've been looking for, or whatever it is that you were trying to manifest, or the soulmate partner or the house or whatever it may be. Sometimes it is something in the physical world. And sometimes the thing we asked for is actually more connected to who we become. Like for me, more visibility, more showing up, more being able to speak, like more just feeling really at ease, being here live with you and speaking on topics that bring value to you and that I care about talking to you about. All of that practice, this is more about who I get to become throughout this than what I gain on a material level from this. And so, but it's still the miracle. It's still a miracle. It's still the same kind of miracle as finding the dream house, or like finding your soulmate, or getting the perfect job, or having a major income out of nowhere in your business, or having the dream client drop in. All of this is a miracle. Like, every time we're challenged like that and we come out on the other side, we are being delivered what we desire. And these are the miracles. And sometimes the miracle is who you become, the kind of person. Like, I blow myself away in the sense of every time I show up here, when every inch of me would like to just go to sleep because it's been crazy. 3 weeks straight. I am really tired. I am busy all day. Every little cell of me would like to just go to sleep and not prepare, come up here, go live, speak to you. But then I do it anyway, and every time I do that, I blow me away. And then I enjoy it so much because, as you notice, it gives me so much energy to speak to you. I gain energy from it. So if I was really tired before, I'm feeling a lot better now because I enjoy speaking to you so much. It's something that I love with all of my heart. And I really, really, really value this time that we have together. And I really enjoy this. And before I get started with it, sometimes I feel really tired, like we all do, you know. Even the things that do us so well sometimes cost us a bit of strength to actually pull through on, because it's so much easier to choose the excuses we used to choose in the past, even when we know it's the best thing for us in the world. And coming up here is definitely one of the best things for me. Talking to you, speaking to you is definitely one of the best things to me. It's just always such a pleasure. I absolutely love doing these. It's so beautiful, and these conversations are so valuable to me. And yeah, this is actually what I mean when I say that the challenge is the gateway to the miracle. It's who we become through the challenge that allows the miracle to drop in. And when we see it like that, the challenge is not anymore something negative. It's the proof that something is on its way. And now we just get the chance to prove that we can receive it, that we can hold it and handle it, and that we will actually make the best of it. And so let's try to change our viewpoint on the challenges and see them as what they are: real gifts and gateways to our next miracle. And when we see it like that, when we change our attitude, the challenge is a much nicer experience. Still gonna be challenging because it's a challenge, that's what it's meant to be, but it's a much nicer experience because you know, okay, I've got this, and on the other side of this, I know there's my miracle. And you're open, and you're ready to receive it, and you're like having the right energy, and like you're gonna move through the challenge with so much more ease and grace, and so much more powerfully. I hope this serves. I hope you gained some insight from that. I hope that gave you a few ideas on how you can improve in your own life. I definitely enjoyed this. Thank you so much for being here. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what's your experience, what you liked about this video, what you're thinking on the topic, anything you want to share. And if you feel like you know someone who could profit from this or who would love this, please always feel free to share. I always appreciate that very much. And I will see you tomorrow for another day on the 30-Day Life Challenge. And until then, good night, because it's very late here now and it's time to go to sleep. I love you very much. Thank you for being here. Bye.